I'm with the ICA. I'm also Jenny, assisting the program management. So my presentation is a little different because I'm presenting on about some social science research that is informing what it is that we are doing here. Okay, so my guiding question is, how can social science research inform our approach to smart grid education in communities? To contextualize, we need to revisit why community organizations are valuable as energy educators. So the CSLN has been invested in operating as an in-between space, connecting grassroots efforts to networks with greater reach. We have the capacity to connect more intimately with community groups, evaluate methods, and create recommendations to trickle upwards. Our responsibility to ISEIF is to create these standards, but what is our inherent investment in our communities? This needs to be determined by each group. Sentiments have already been expressed today, are about improving individual lives, empowering communities, and promoting community resilience to climate change. So the question is, how do we effectively communicate with communities? Our approach to community energy is culture-based. The Think, Have, Do framework puts material culture, norms and aspirations, and energy practices in conversation, framing the components of behavior change. We aim for energy practices to change from, when possible, high, inefficient use to more predictable, lower use that is less taxing on the grid and less dependent on fossil fuels. For material culture, community members operate with unknown usage, estimated bills, and brownouts or blackouts. With smart grid and smart meters, consumers can view real-time energy use, incentivize their use through saving, and track savings from energy-saving technology. Now, norms and aspirations are somewhat more complex in that they vary on individual and community levels. And as community leaders aiming to accelerate efforts to combat climate change, our role is to connect and promote their values that relate to pro-environmental behaviors. To assess community and individual values, it is essential to ask how people's behaviors result from their identities and existing values. By promoting behaviors within value sets, individuals understand themselves to reinforce their values, which has greater impact in the long term. However, there's potential for conflict regarding which values people hold are sustainable. For example, saving money can be a technique to incentivize smart grid or other green activities, but reinforcing this value of saving money doesn't spill over to more pro-environmental behavior, but rather reinforces saving money. And the challenge becomes, how do we address the reality of saving money in low-income communities while also pro-environmental values? We have to ask, what does money mean as its value is not inherent? Seeing beyond money and savings requires us to ask why. Why is saving money important? Beyond security, what social value is being purchased? Some, if not all of the organizations here already use this question to inform their work. For example, the Castle Work Plan identifies saving money as a route to buying homes. Homeownership is especially meaningful for the Chinese community as it signifies a greater sense of belonging in one's community and in America. Savings is not an end in itself, rather money is just the means by which the value of belonging is made accessible. The actual value being reinforced is community belonging and ownership, which is a crucial component of our holistic approach to sustainability. This example shows that beyond money, we can seek to create tools not constrained by socioeconomic and political status quo, with potential frames as making behaviors larger than oneself. Another example of community organization operating as an in-between space is the ICA Greenrise building. Skip that slide, because, oh, never mind. Let's go to the last one. While infrastructure improvement helps energy efficiency, it can be intimidating to communities if they don't understand or view it as a signal of gentrification or ulterior motives of planning agencies. So the Greenrise building is a landmark building that hosts social service and faith organizations, as well as the ICA's programs. With a number of retrofits, a 485 panel solar array, and an aquaponic systems. It operates as a learning hub to share knowledge and practices. And through programming that we do at the building, we're able to act as a community organization who is trusted by the community as an effective intermediary. So what we're getting from this is some things we already know, that community members have unique buy-in to influence behavior, but also the research reaffirms and builds on this reality that while introducing new concepts and promoting culture shifts, we must return to established cultures and aspirations to effectively impact behavior. So I know Jenny talked about this in your individual work plans, and we're very excited about them, but as you move forward with materials and strategies, continue to keep this focus in mind. Thank you.